Okay, so welcome to my weekly Facebook update where I give you tips and techniques for you to take and implement in your life. And this week I'm going to talk to you about the four-step process for having a difficult conversation. Now, it's based on a mediation methodology that I learned through Bond University, but I've applied it for, applying in your own life and also specifically in your own relationships. So without further ado, we'll get into it. Now, basically, in any difficult conversation, you need to be able to start it. And generally, to start a conversation, you need to work out, well, what is the behaviour from the other person that you're annoyed about that's usually brought up some underlying issue, but you can't often go there. You have to start at a bit more of a superficial level in terms of a specific behaviour. So we call this the concern, and that's how you start the conversation. You might say, hey, I want to talk to you about, leaving the dishes out last night or the email that you sent me at work today. So this just begins the discussion. It's not what you really want to talk about, because that's just one behaviour. What you really want to talk about is the underlying issue, but it allows you to get to the underlying issue. So, for example, with the leaving the dishes out, if you're talking to your partner about it, you might realise that the underlying issue is more a lack of respect that you want to talk to them about more broadly. So once you get to this underlying issue, you don't even worry about the behaviour anymore. Don't go there, don't get distracted by it. This is the mistake that a lot of people make when they have these difficult conversations, because if you just focus on the behaviour, it's like you're two lawyers in a courtroom and there's no chance for any vulnerability or to address any underlying issue. So then you basically explain to the other person, educate them about this underlying issue, how long it's been an issue for, how it makes you feel when this issue comes up and when they do stuff like leave the dishes out, and why it's important for you. And then obviously you get an opportunity for them to respond, but then they'll hopefully educate you about where they're coming from, rather than trying to defend themselves through the specific behaviour, in the instance of leaving the dishes out, for example. So this is when we go to what stage 3 is about, which is all about the exploration. And of course it's linked into stage 2, which is the issues. So you identify what the issues are, but the exploration is explaining. You are educating the other person where it is that you're coming from. And if you both have this headspace, then you can't go wrong, because it's education. There's no right or wrong. It's just how it appears for you and how you're feeling about the issue. Then hopefully a little bit of vulnerability can come through in the exploration. And this is the most important step in the whole process. It's either where it works or where it doesn't. And the final step, which is the negotiation, i.e. don't leave the dishes out again, or make sure to clean up before you go to bed, or whatever the issue is, that's the easy part. We do this naturally. You don't need training in it. And often you don't even need to do it once you've gone through the exploration and you feel like you've been heard from the other person. So have a go, have practice these 4 steps the next time you've got an issue with your partner or someone at work. And you'll find that hopefully the lines of communication are able to be opened up.